Most men over 30 are doing one of the two things wrong in order for them to get shredded. They are either doing endless amounts of cardio, just running their bodies to the ground, or they're just avoiding the cardio in general and just focusing on lifting weights. But the truth is, neither one works long term. So in this video today, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how much cardio you need to be doing and how much resistance training you actually need in order for you to burn the fat, build the muscle, and get shredded. All natural. All right. So this is without wrecking your energy, this is without wrecking your energy, your hormones, and your motivation. All right. Because all of those things can be diminished, but we want to make sure we keep those things at an all-time high. And let's be real. Once you hit 30, your body changes, your recovery slows down, your muscles don't build as fast, and the fat just seems to stick around a lot longer than normal. Right. So most guys think the solution is just more work. More lifting, more cardio, more sweating. But if your training isn't balanced, fellas, you're going to end up burning muscle instead of the fat. You're going to be stalling your progress, and even worse, you're going to be burning out completely. Now, we all are busy, all right? You're over 30. You probably about this time have a family. You have some kids. You have a wife. You have a career, a 9 to 5. Busy, all right? I know you're busy, because I am too. I'm 35 years old, and I've been doing this for 20 plus years. So I understand completely. Here's the truth. All right. I need you to understand the balance. The truth is cardio and resistance aren't your enemy. All right. Resistance training. Cardio and resistance training aren't your enemies. They're teammates. All right. They aren't enemies together. Let me say it that way. Cardio and resistance training aren't enemies. They're teammates. Think of it like that. So resistance training is how you build and preserve the muscle. All right. That's what gives you the shape, the definition, and the strength. Now, cardio is what helps you create that caloric deficit and keeps your heart happy. All right. So keep your heart happy and healthy. I love to emphasize that part of it because cardio is simply that. But again, burning those calories doing your cardio is what's going to help you create that caloric deficit, which is what is needed to actually get shredded. Now, you need both. You need the resistance training and you need the cardio to look athletic, to get shredded. And the trick is finding that right ratio. So that's what we do here. I'm going to give you the basics. I'm going to give you the ratio that you need in order for you to get shredded. All right. Cardio and resistance training. All right. So here is just an ideal weekly split that you can implement that I recommend that you try out if you want to really change your physique. All right. So men over 30, you want to get shredded naturally. This is the sweet spot. So your resistance training, you need to resistance train, lift weights 4 to 5 days per week. All right. Not 2, not 3. You want 4 to 5. If you can do 6, do it. If you can do 7 without burning out, do it. But 4 to 5 days per week, you want to focus on the compound movements. Compound movements are those movements that are going to train majority muscles on your body, more than 1, more than 2 at least, right? So you got your deadlift, you got your bench press, you got your squat, you got your rows, you got your overhead press. Those movements incorporate more muscles all at once. And then you want to add in that isolation work for the weak points, which are like your arms, small muscles, your rear delts, which are on the back of your shoulder, your abs, your calves, things like that. Now, for rep range purposes, I get these questions all the time. What rep range should I be doing? Well, you should be doing around 6 to 12 reps for hypertrophy, building that muscle. All right. Definition, getting that definition, getting those muscles developed and defined. 6 to 12 reps for hypertrophy. And then if you want to build that strength and focus more on that side of things, which I do recommend to actually put on that muscle mass, you need to be doing 3 to 5 repetitions. So 3 to 5 repetitions for the strength, 6 to 12 repetitions for the hypertrophy. And then you want to aim for 10 to 20 working sets per muscle group per week. 10 to 20. And I say working sets because your warm-ups do not count. If you are in there just moving the weight, nice, easy, relaxed, that is a warm-up. You need to be pushing with intensity at a high level, fighting to get that 6th rep, that 7th rep, that 8th rep, fighting to get it, like fighting. Maybe even getting a spotter to help you get it up. That right there is a working set. You need 10 to 20 of those per muscle per week. All right. Now for cardio, you want 3 sessions at minimum. 3 sessions at minimum a week. Don't cram all your 3 sessions in one day. 3 sessions, 3 days minimum. All right. You can mix things up. You got high intensity interval training, which is HIIT. You can do that once or twice a week, and that's going to help you spike that fat burning. And then even after you do that HIIT session for like 20 to 30 minutes, your body is just going to be burning after the actual session itself. Now, what I like to do the steady state cardio. So that's like walking, incline treadmill, just hiking, biking even, and even like a slight jog can be incorporated as far as some steady state cardio, but it's really LISS, low intensity steady state. So that kind of cardio, 30 to 45 minutes on your rest days, but 30 to 45 minutes 3 times a week minimum. But you can alternate with the HIIT in the list. It's up to you, but 3 minimum. I always recommend 150 minutes a week. That could put you at about 5 sessions at 30 minutes a week. That's ideal as well. Now, the balance keeps your metabolism high. The balance between the resistance training and the cardio, it keeps that metabolism high, keeps your muscles full, and your energy is stable. All right, we want energy stable, energy high. We don't want low energy. That is going to cause you to burn out and never recover and just not get the results that you truly want. All right. So let me tell you why this works. So this works, right? Pairing your cardio and your resistance, using those methods, using those numbers that I spoke about. When you train this way, you build muscle while burning fat. Not one or the other. You build the muscle while burning fat. Yes, it can be done. I'm doing it right now on my journey. Follow me. Make sure you watch all of my videos. I'm doing it right now. I have proof, visual proof that you can build the muscle and burn the fat. And then you also improve your insulin sensitivity. You improve your insulin sensitivity. Saying that is crazy. You improve your insulin sensitivity and your hormone balance. All right. So hormones all over the place is what's causing you to have these issues. Your testosterone is dropping. Your metabolism is slowing down. You want to make sure that you can control those variables. So pairing your resistance training and pairing your cardio is what's going to help with that. Also, you recover better, which means you can actually train harder. If your body is recovered, statistically, it says that you should be able to perform better in the gym. I sometimes, due to vacation with family, due to work, I sometimes miss 3 or 4 days out of the gym. And when I come back, I feel amazing. I just went on vacation to the Grand Canyon over the weekend. Didn't train Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Didn't train for 3 days. And I came back for a chest day yesterday, and I'm throwing up 365 for 2 reps on the bench press, which are great numbers for me. So that's just the idea of the rest is going to help you train harder. And then you also will keep your metabolism firing at all levels. Even while you're sitting on the couch watching your Netflix, eating your meals, your metabolism is going to be out the roof. Yes, your metabolism is known to slow down the older you get. So what we want to do is make sure that we are controlling that variable and keeping our metabolism firing up. Now, that's what allows you to get lean, stay lean, look muscular without extreme dieting and endless cardio. Okay, those are the things we don't want. We don't want the strict dieting, and we don't want countless hours just running around outside, running around on the treadmill. We don't want that. That's not what we want. Now, let's talk about nutrition and recovery. All right, I'm trying not to make this long for you guys. You guys know we do no edits. Let's talk about the nutrition and recovery real quick. So let's be honest, none of this matters if your recovery and nutrition suck. All right, none of this matters. Nutrition is, I know you hate it. I know you hate it. It's cliche, but your nutrition is 80% of how you're going to transform your body. All right, 20% is the resistance training and the cardio, but unfortunately, guys, 80% of it has to be your nutrition, and you can throw recovery in there as well. You want to eat in a small caloric deficit. All right, so that's 10 to 20% below your maintenance calories. So when you step on the scale and you're 200, you step on the scale, you're 200 the next day, you step on the scale, you're 200 the next day, you can basically say those are your maintenance calories. Or if you step on the scale on Friday on 1 week, and then the next week you step on the scale for and it's 200 again, that's your maintenance calories. Eat like that. And if you want to be in that caloric deficit, which you need to be in order to get shredded, you need to be at a 10 or 20% below whatever that number is. You want to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I say it all the time. You need to be sleeping 7 to 9 hours. You can't neglect sleep. You truly need it. And you need to take your rest days seriously. Your muscles don't grow in the gym. Your muscles grow when you recover. Keep that in mind. Train, but you have to recover in order for your muscles to grow. Now, the guys who understand this balance are the ones who get shredded year round. So you see guys who are always shredded, who always have a six pack, because they understand this. This is what they understand. All right. Now, here we go. That was it. That's all I have. But I want you to look. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, how bad do I want this? Because it only starts from there, right? How bad do you want this? Do you actually want to put these actions to work? All right. I know how frustrating it can be when your effort doesn't match the results. I've worked with hundreds of men over 30 who felt the same way. I'm 35. I've felt the same way, and I've been doing it for so long. Training hard, eating clean, and still not seeing the physique that you want is draining. All right. But when you are dialed in with the right balance between your cardio and resistance, like we talked about in this video, everything changes. Your body starts to respond again. The fat is dropped, the muscles pop, and your confidence is back at an all-time high. I help men all the time get these results. So if you're ready to dial in and you need that extra help, you need that accountability, and you really want to change the physique, the link in the description for the one-on-one coaching is available to you. It's designed for the men over 30. It's designed for you to build the muscle, to burn the fat, to get shredded naturally. It's designed for that. And no, you will not be starving. And no, you will not be spending countless hours doing cardio or lifting weights in the gym. It's just that simple. And I also have a 5-day free kickstart. First link in the description, where you'll get a free meal plan, a free workout plan, and you'll get some educational videos that are going to help you kickstart your journey. And then you link up with me so we can lock it in and get you all the way to the ultimate physique that you are chasing. All right. That's all I have for you today. Subscribe for more videos like this. Quick, straight to the point. No cuts, no edits. Just a conversation. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.